Hey, I just wanted to go through an example of a pretty simple forecheck that does the job for us here, and just how pressure and perceived pressure can really aid us in the game. So I'm going to play a little clip, and I've got a few here, but this one's the first one up. So we can see Nat's got the puck. She tries to progress it up the ice. We get into a bit of trouble, and Maddie feels like sending this one deep is the right play. Not a bad option. I'll pause here and we'll go through the positions. So we can see Max has identified we're not getting this puck. So he's already started to apply pressure. Now it's downward pressure to force them back into their zone. And in this case, it's behind the net. So if this Tigers player gets the puck and decides to turn up, we can also see Nat is in a great supportive role to continue a forecheck. If we get the puck, here Nat again, great position to progress here. So, but what I like on the forecheck here is Maxi. We're pushing behind the net and wide, and we're making sure the player goes there. We're giving them that option because we know that's what we want to do. Matt, it kind of looks like you're in no man's land. Now I say kind of because I think you're actually in a good position here, and you're doing the right thing, which is you're reading the play, and this is really important. It doesn't matter where we are, we need to know where the puck is going to be, and we need to be in the right spot at the right time. So even though I would say you're quite far away, if we turn the puck over here, you can see you're already moving towards the middle of the ice. You're going to be in the slot ready on time, okay? And also, if we don't turn the puck on, you can see you're making that read, and we'll watch as you move into a good position there. So we'll just progress this forward a little bit further. So the puck's gone around behind the net. We can see Millard from the Tigers has picked the puck up, and now he's got direct pressure from Max, which means he's really not wanting to turn back on the boards here. Max will pin him down, and that's what we want. If that happens, Matt, great position to come in and help out and win that puck. But as it is, Millard decides that his really only avenue here is to pass the puck up the side. He does have another option, which is to cut to the middle, but we can see Matt is ready to take that away. So really, he just wants to move this puck to his winger and hope that number 62 gets down here. So I like the pressure. We're still pushing up the boards. Matt, you got great coverage here, so you're a real blocker to make sure that we're not getting anything in the middle of the ice. Kind of like before when I said, Matt, you were out of position. Nat, it kind of looks like, again, you're in no man's land over here, but you're not. You're reading the play. You're seeing what's happening. If we turn the puck over, you're ready to pounce and be offensive. In this case, you can see that the pass is going to get made, and you will see in a moment that you'll move into that high guy position with momentum. Harry, you're moving to the boards here, which is a great position to start applying pressure. And we can see here that Sarah, you're already moving to hinge. So this is a really good posture that we're in. All right, and I'll continue the video. So because of our slight pressure there, we've forced a pass off the boards. It's not a tape-to-tape pass. This guy's got to spend time handling it, or as we'll see in a moment, not handling it and just flicking it. And it's really our pressure that does this. So Millad's been pressured, made a bad pass. We can see straight away Natty's come up to the high slot, exactly like we said she was going to. She's coming with speed, and this is a really good position to be in. Matt, you've turned. You're applying pressure from below. Harry, you're applying pressure from above. And number 62 has no idea which way to look. So he's under too much pressure. He's just popping it out to where his curling forward should be. Sarah, you're already hinging and coming back. This is really good posture. And we'll see the benefit of that as we play again. So here they get a crummy pass out, and we can see Nat's challenged the intercept here. You can't really see on the video there, but the puck's on Nat's stick. We've won the puck, so our forecheck's been successful. What I really like about that is even if we're not successful here, Sarah, good positioning to drive wide. This guy picks up the puck. He's going to be going wide, and then Natty will be coming through on the back check here. So this, all in all, this slight pressure forces two bad passes, and the result is that we get possession back and have the puck. So a couple of other examples. I'll skip forward a little bit. We will see a really good forecheck here from Jack. So as we go down, he comes in with hard pressure. Ian actually does a really good turn up and then a flick, so he actually loses Jack here. So good play by the Tigers. Good pressure from Jake here, but it's just a good play. But what I like is we've had hard pressure, so even though he has had that turn up, he's still felt like he can't hold this puck. And that's key. This perceived pressure is important. We're throwing the puck away to the other corner. And as we progress there, we see Sean's coming down to put pressure on. And we've got the curling centre here. This other defenseman, I feel like in this case, it would be good if we could get more direct pressure. So Sean, you're curling sort of in the middle. I know you're mindful of this guy here. We kind of hope that there's another forward coming in. In this case, the forward actually changed. So maybe that's why Sean's being a bit more defensive-minded here. So I'm not going to complain about that. But ideally, yeah, we would want to get closer and either ferry them back behind or up. Jack, you're doing a good job to switch up and try and apply pressure this way. So this guy's feeling it, and he's wanting to make a pass. Off screen up here, I'll mention in a minute, there is an option, but he doesn't go that way for an, again, perceived pressure reason. So we'll just progress this play. So the guy in the corner's under a bit of pressure. He ends up making a shitty pass. It hits Andy on the heels and comes out of the zone. So purely from our small pressure there from Sean and Jack, and then this guy up here is open. But they decide not to make that pass again because we're cutting that off with perceived pressure. If they do make that pass, Benny's here to capitalize on it anyway. So, and yeah, in this case, like I said, we end up popping out to, center ice, so getting the puck back. Another good example of this is only a few minutes later, around here. We get a face-off. The puck goes deep and Ogie gets some good pressure on. Nice and hard. Forces a bad pass. We actually get the puck back and try and make a cross play here. I'm not sure what happens, but it takes a deflection or something. And it's going to go in over this side. So we've already seen a good forecheck and almost turnover here. But what I want to look at is on the other side, which the puck goes in. Dave's recognized that and he's going to head over there. And straight away we can see here, there's pressure on the puck. This guy's going to decide which way to go. Darren is in a high guy position, but he's ready to pounce up here and put pressure there. And we'll watch Ogie as he realizes when this play goes up, he'll actually come and fill that high guy role. And this is really important because what I want to say is that if you're the closest guy to the puck, you need to realize you are the F1. Even if maybe you think you're the high guy, Dave is clearly the F1. Darren, it's a bit of a harder choice here, but he's the F2. And that means that if you're in front of the net, we can't just be staying there waiting for a turnover. You've got to realize, hang on, my role's changed. I need to be an F3. And that's what we'll see progress here. And straight away, like I said, Darren's there to pounce on the pressure. Dave did a good job. We actually win the puck here. Ogie's back to come and be the high guy. And we'll watch as this progress to a potential opportunity. So good opportunity for pass here, and comes over to Ogie. We get a couple whacks at it, but it doesn't work out in our way. But all in all, I think that's good pressure, good play, and a good read. The very last one I want to look at is just a really simple one. Again, not too far away. And this one's about perceived pressure. So what we'll see is behind the net, the Tigers player, which I think is Ian, will win the puck. Harrison over here is on D. So he's in two minds, and I agree. I think what he does is great. He does back out. We're 4-0 up. There's no real need for us to be pushing too hard here. So I don't mind that we back out. In a second. So we see Ian coming out, Natty's coming down on the forecheck, and straight away, this is what I'm talking about, perceived pressure. Here, Nat's coming in, Ian's got his head up, and we watch him make a fumble. He's got to look at Nat, he's got to see where to go, he fumbles the puck, and now he's got to stutter step and stop. The only thing I would prefer here, if I go back a touch, that we actually take the inside lane here, and we actually want to pressure Ian to move out that way. If we do that, then Harry can back in. We've got high guys all over the place, and then we're going to really pin down here, and that's where we're going to win a turnover, right? Again, I think Nat's worried about this guy here, which is fine. We're also, like I said, 4 goals up, so it's not a big drama here. But again, pressure and perceived pressure. Ian's felt it here. He's under that perceived pressure, and it still works. And you watch as he then makes a play out into the zone, and nothing happens. So, yeah, I just wanted to show sort of some examples of our play and what we do well. Maybe a few things that we could tighten up on, but overall, a really good show of it. So that's what we want to see.